Have you ever just wanted to go to an entirely different country to completely disrespect the culture and norms there? No? Me neither! That's why it's so baffling to me that people keep doing it in Japan. As we've learned from the whole Johnny Somali debacle, it became very clear that, especially news and streamers and influencers like to come to Japan and do crazy things because, they expect less pushback, as they have heard that Japanese people usually are non-confrontational. While true that most Japanese people have a not my circus, not my monkeys attitude, by the way, remember that saying for later, it's important, it still happens, it's rare, and I don't like to tell people off, but it definitely happens. Like 5 years ago or something, my big sister came to visit me in Osaka, and on the train ride from the airport into the city, there was these two Asian tourists. Now, I don't want to say they were Chinese, because, that fuels the stereotype of shitty Chinese tourists in Japan, but I do want to say that I can catch words in both Mandarin and Cantonese, so take with that what you will. They were completely and absolutely annoying on the train, blasting music, running around in the aisles, just completely drunk out of their minds. Now, being drunk and drinking on trains in Japan is okay. You just have to, behave like a normal human being. And before I could even get up from my seat to go over there to tell them to shut the fuck up and sit down, two Japanese dudes and a Japanese woman, just normal passengers on the train, told them off. And they listened, turned off the music, sat down, and shut up for the rest of the train ride. Great. So, if it's annoying enough, then Japanese people can be confrontational just like every other human being in every other culture. It's just that in this particular Japanese culture, the patience lasts quite a bit longer. When you're traveling to a different country, you're kind of like a mini ambassador for your country, and to a homogeneous nation like Japan, to a degree, your race. Which is why today I want to talk about these three absolute bozos who have been annoying Japan lately. Meiji Shrine near Harajuku Station in Shibuya is probably one of the most famous shrines in Tokyo, dedicated to Emperor Meiji and beautiful architecture with a beautiful courtyard. Which is why, most tourists make a point to stop there. It's really nice. Stop there when you're in Tokyo too. Now, I'm probably one of the most immature adults that exist on planet Earth today. I laugh at my own farts every single time. And I despise responsibility. That doesn't mean that I don't have responsibilities. I do. And, I handle it like any man should. But the inner child in me is just fighting me every single step of the way. I'm like the embodiment of a Peter Pan complex. I never want to grow up. I want to go to Neverland and bang Tinkerbell and eat imaginary food with that bully idiot Asian kid with the skateboard and have a shot of grog with Captain Hook and his weird autistic accomplice Mr. Smee. If I'm like that and I've never defaced the Torii Gate, then why in the 7 layers of hell did this 65-year-old man do it then? This 65-year-old American tourist got arrested after literally carving in the first letters of each of his family members' names into the wood of a Torii Gate at Meiji Shrine. Bro, do you guys remember that idiot teenager or young adult who did the same thing at the Colosseum in Italy a few years ago? Equally as bad, but he was a dumb kid. This man is 65 years old. Grandpa, why are we always carving writings into things? Because I have to, Jimmy. When he got busted by police in Japan, he said he carved it into the wood with his fingernails. What is this, Grandpa Wolverine? Fingernails made out of mithril or some shit? He obviously did it with a tool. Again, not the fingernails attached to this particular tool of a person, but with a tool like a pocket knife. Very smart not to mention the pocket knife, as the police usually, they don't like that you have bladed weapons in your pockets in Japan. It's kind of a bad thing. This is probably the smartest thing he did his entire holiday, was not saying that he used... Oh, no, I just used my adamantium fingernails, no problem. Yeah, I carved it in with those. Speaking of Torii Gates are symbolic gateways that functions as like the boundary between sacred and everyday things. It has a function, just like the hand and mouth rinsing at the shrine. It signifies that you have entered something sacred in the Shinto religion, and means that you should behave properly and not do this. Wow, now I feel I should run to the closest church and do pull-ups on the cross face to face with Jesus, just so I can be as ripped as him while filming a TikTok. This is wild. How airheaded do you have to be to think that something like this is okay? It blows my mind. This woman obviously got blasted for it online and even called a Bakana Gaijin, idiot foreigner, right? Which I think is well deserved. It seems like influencers are treating Japan like a playground with a whole "ain't my country, I'll do what I want" attitude, which is so damn annoying. I don't care how many TikTok followers you have, be an adult and treat things you don't understand with respect. It's that easy. Or, you know, even be like a child and ask for permission before doing anything, because that will, you know, that will stop you from doing shit like this in the future. I think it's just a mixture of extremely bad impulse control combined with not being able to critically think. Now, you've probably seen this image online if you're following some Japanese news, and it looks kinda crazy, doesn't it? I bet you're sitting there thinking, why does this person have to be black? Well, allow me to introduce you to the last influencer I'm going to be ranting about today. This guy. It's so goddamn dumb. Guys, I'm feeling a bit fat, so I'm going to drink some Reduce Your BMI bitter green tea here. Ah, Jesus Christ. I got a stuffy nose. I can't breathe with my nose. I almost drowned on the tea. Holy shit. If you've ever been on a train in Japan, you know it's pretty chill and calm outside of rush hour, and people just sleep, listen to music quietly with headphones, not the speaker, and, you know, just look at their phones or out the window and just keep the noise level to a minimum. People are trying to relax on their commute. So the best idea ever, super giga Einstein move, is to just, you know, let's annoy people and dance obnoxiously. That's gonna make him super happy, right guys? Right, guys? His whole shtick, it seems, is that he's trying to, like, hype people up. Yeah, high five, high five, stuff like that. Just annoying the shit out of them, right? And then a random or multiple random people will, like, come in and join him in the dance and the obnoxiousness. Woo! Why would you think it's a great idea to make this kind of content anyway? It's cringe to watch and it's cringe to do, and everyone around you while you're doing it is also cringe. It's a potpourri of cringe. Sure, wow, cool dance, nice gymnastics. Go somewhere designed for that and fuck off from public areas and public transportation. And one of the more annoying things these people do is to force people to actively participate like this. Like, what is this? What even is this, dude? First of all, man's in, like, upskirt level with his head after, like, pretending to fall down on the floor, and that's just simply not okay. Good thing that girl was fast as fuck and used her backpack to, like, protect herself so he didn't get a good look. And I feel so bad for this girl here. She's, like, literally trying to get as far away as possible, pushing herself almost into the doors just to avoid him, and she looks so uncomfortable. Just leave them alone. I'm pretty sure this dude single-handedly made Japan make that sign. It's clearly him on the sign. Come on, let's be real. It looks just like him. Even the same hair. Dancing in public for TikToks is cringe. Annoying people is also cringe. And this whole dude is just cringe. I'm going to say cringe a million times more, as long as I have to sit here and watch his fucking content, dude. It's absolutely astounding to me how fucking bad and cringe this is. Jesus Christ. Fucking kill me. Apparently there are more people like him though, you know, influencers or TikTokers, you know, dancing around annoying everybody in Japan. And that spawned this even more controversial sign. It's gonna become a race thing on Twitter, isn't it? Granted, this is not the only guy that does this, and yes, most of them are black, but many of them are not. Jumping around inside of a train and sliding around on the floor, presumably being loud as fuck and doing multiple takes, because this wasn't a one take probably, you know, multiple takes, let's say over 30 minutes, just annoying people for 30 minutes with loud shitty music and bouncing around and just being a complete degenerate on the train. It's monkey behavior. Regardless of your race. That's monkey behavior. If I did that shit, call me a goddamn monkey. I am aware that in the States, the word monkey, if used in that kind of context, could be used as a slur towards black people. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case here, and they are basically just calling it monkey behavior. Being inconsiderate, spasming around in public, being loud, to me that's exactly monkey behavior. I've been to Arashiyama Monkey Park. It's exactly like that. But then again, it might have been just some racist Japanese person who was tasked to make that sign and made that monkey sign specifically for that and directly called them that like that. But what the hell do I know? You know, I'm just speculating here. I didn't make the sign, give me a break. Anyways, less cringe moron influencers into Japan and less old-ass grandpas who likes to carve shit into things with his mithril fingernails, please. And more normal tourists who knows how to enjoy Japan respectfully, please come in here. I speak for all the Japanese people and all the foreigners here right now. We need good tourists to come here, so, you know, we don't get a bad rep from all these the fucking idiots. These obnoxious tourists and influencers are really ruining it for the rest of us foreigners who live here, and quite frankly, you put us all in such a goddamn bad light, regardless of race. And for that, you can all fuck off. Okay, bye.